Fans, welcome to the 2024 Cass State Conference Championships presented by U.S. Bank and hosted at the beautiful Lithian Driveway Field. Today's women's soccer quarterfinal contest between the number 6 Southern Oregon University Raiders and the number 3 Eastern Oregon Mountaineers. Mountaineers, as the higher seed, have been designated as the home team, while the Raiders will be the visiting team. We would like to thank our local partners for hosting the Cass State Conference Collegiate Championships, Travel Medford and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission, City of Medford Parks and Rec, and our university host, SOU and OIT. Also, thank you to Table Rock Sports for the streaming of all 14 games this week. And here we go. Kyle Clements, Madison Childers beside me. Madison, you played at SOU in your collegiate career. You know what the Cass State tournament means, and you know what the performance has to be to come away with a win.
Yeah, I think these middle-tier matchups are a lot more fun of a game to watch and to play. You know, it was only a 1-0 finish earlier in the season with Eastern coming out on top, so this is going to be a great game today.
In goal today for Eastern, it's Madeline Barker, the senior from Kalama, Washington. In goal for SOU, it is superstar Ashlyn Hernandez. She's been incredible all season. Eastern throw. Jenny Rosenberg's side going with that same kind of 3 defenders, 2 wingbacks that they normally have trotted out with this season. Vargas trying to harass. Ball into the middle. Some new players today. Hosa has been absent for most of the season. She gets the start today as Wotipka forces it out of play for an Eastern throw. Out of play for another Eastern throw down the far side.
Coming around the back. Vargas, great pressure.
Played all the way back. This is DeYoung, who takes her space. Down the far side, crossed into the box, headed on, flicked towards goal.
Touch shot. Deflected for the Raiders.
Out of play for a corner, and the Raiders already, just a few minutes into this game, Madison, under pretty immense pressure.
Yeah, Eastern's definitely coming out hot.
Corner for Easter floated into the box. Hernandez can't get a hang on it, and it goes behind the net. Hernandez boots. Vargas takes a shove in the back. It'll be a Raider free kick.
I think we're going to see that kind of physicality all day today. The Mountaineers tend to come out with a little bit more pressure, especially in the middle and on those free balls.
Bertani will handle the free kick duties. To Machine, who can't get a head on it. This is Jackaway. The beautiful pass through. Bertani trying to close her down. Well done by Coleman to put a foot in. Cleared, but right back to the Mountaineers. Cleared once more, and DeYoung's able to settle. Out for an Eastern throw.
Grace! Grace!
McKean plays back. Coleman whiffs. Out of play. McKean heads on. Hayes leaves for McKean, who plays into the middle of the park and turns it over. DeYoung switches play. Eastern the more comfortable of the sides in the early goings.
Hoover down line.
Betzler in the corner, gets taken down for a Raider free kick. Under 40 minutes left to go here in the first half. We're glad you're all with us watching on TableRockSports.net. The 2024 Cascade Conference Championships. Played back to Hernandez, in trouble. She clears.
First and second win by the Mountaineers.
Thorndike can't get a hold on it. Neither can Vargas, and it's sent down the line. Wotipka plays it off a Mountaineer for a Raider throw. Smart play by Wotipka. Turn the corner. Vargas with a beautiful ball over the top for McKean. McKean kind of threw herself at it, but can't get there. It's out for an Eastern throw.
DeYoung is handling this left side very well.
McKean heads on. Hayes slips through Thorndike, who can't get there.
Great body by Thorndike.
Cora with a nice tackle, and it's cleared. McMillan plays a ball in. Key to this game, I think Madison is going to be the Raiders. Just they have to control the midfield. Right now, Eastern's having way too much time outside of the Raider penalty area to do really whatever they want.
Yeah, I think finding feet and connecting through Vargas, she's been such a key player for them all season. I think finding her feet, and if that distribution to the wings can happen more often, they'll see a lot more opportunity.
It's an Eastern corner. Raiders will have to weather this storm for a few more minutes. It's going to be key that they grow into the game quickly. Six Mountaineers in the box as it's floated in. Hernandez punches away. Mountaineers still with it. Raiders take possession, they clear.
Great clearance.
Raiders defensive line steps up. DeYoung plays through. McKean gives away possession. Out for an Eastern throw. Coleman clears. Hayes can't get there. Vargas turns, settles down, plays back. Coleman's pass is tipped and out of play. Eastern all over SOU.
Be aware here, be aware. Megan, drop a little. Good cap. Now we get up. Look at Pete.
I think we're noticing, and if you've been here all day, The key to these Cascade Conference games is just winning every first and second ball.
Yeah.
It's controlling the game.
Whether the ball's in the air, heading it down to a teammate, whatever the case may be, the first and second balls are crucial, as that one's played down the line. And out of play for a goal kick. And maybe this goal kick is now where SOU can kind of settle down. Pass the ball 2 feet.
Yeah, with such a strong back line, I think connecting a little bit more, and again, through the middle and seeing those wings out wide.
Weak side. They're needing a winger. You win it. Effectively pass and win.
Hernandez boots down the middle. Vargas flicks on. Hayes flicks on again.
Come on, Meg.
Bersay putting pressure.
Barker clears.
Great pressure by Wojcipka.
Machine plays to Vargas, who takes a touch. Vargas slips it back out wide from Machine, who can't get there. DeYoung off the foot of Hayes. Machine taken down, nothing given. Vargas pressuring, and it's cleared. Over the head of Wojcipka. Betzler tracks back. Betzler wisely plays back. SOU looking a little bit better in the net in these last few minutes. Came out looking a little shell-shocked almost.
Yeah, I think getting at those passing sequences will really allow them to grow into their own in this game. Great win by Bersay.
Played back. Wojcipka.
Great switch.
Coleman. Vargas.
Great turn by Vargas.
Betzler. This is here. Betzler with a beautiful ball down the line from Machine, who's onside.
We need numbers in the box.
Machine gives it away cheaply, and it's out of play.
And I think we're going to see this from the Raiders all day. They're great at getting that distribution out wide, but then having the rest of the team kind of come with is going to be how they get their opportunities.
Raider throw. Vargas on the edge of the penalty area, slides it through. And it's cleared for another Raider throw.
That's a great win by DeYoung.
Well done by Wojcipka to step in front. Raiders looking much more comfortable now.
Two backside.
That's a great interception by Gustafsson.
Eastern throw.
Thorndike doing great to get that second touch.
Player down. We'll step aside. We'll be back after this.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So
goal.
keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your
Welcome back. Two players collided. It was Thorndike and Grace Schaefer. You know, this might be a good opportunity as well, Madison. SOU now able to huddle up, kind of discuss how the early goings of the game have gone.
And they've always been, the Raiders are really good at taking these stoppage plays and taking the time to regroup and kind of figure out what their game plan is for the rest of the time.
Wait till they're on our side. Just wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
32:09 left in this one. Out of play for a Raider throw.
Let's go.
Out of play for a Raider throw. They take it quickly. Vargas.
Great
The
switch by
diagonal. McKean trying to bully off the ball. She's unable to.
That's great defending by DeYoung.
Snyder plays through. Martinez plays down.
Great
Nice
touch by
tackle
Vargas.
by Vargas. Played down the line for Eastern. Cross coming into the box. Left-footed shot, and Hernandez is there.
Excellent. Move on.
Hernandez boots. What a kick that is.
Maddie's ball. Maddie's ball.
And Barker picks up. So the goalies playing pass with one another. Barker boots.
Way to go for the ball.
Coleman.
No out. No out. No out.
That's great pressure by the Mountaineers.
Mountaineers spinning through traffic.
Hey, hey.
Well done by Hayes, the striker, to drop back.
Break down.
Betzler.
Watch the log. Turn.
Great touch by Vargas.
Vargas goes in for a tackle. It's a free kick for the Mountaineers.
Just a tad late, but you can appreciate the effort.
Eastern will take it. This is Brooke Snyder standing over. It's a three-man wall for SOU. Hernandez able to handle. And, you know, I would say, Madison, if should the first half end 0-0, SOU probably would be the happier of the two sides.
Yeah, I think staying, you know, they have such a strong back line. I really don't think that their worry is those goals against, but I think, you know, creating enough opportunity and then capitalizing on them is going to be their offensive focus.
Left-footed pass out of play.
I like that play, though. Keep it up.
McKean can't get ahead on it. It's out of play again.
DeYoung doing a great job at being first to these throw-ins.
McKean back to Coleman. Wilson shoved to the ground, nothing given.
Yes, Aaron.
And played back.
Movement, movement. I like it. Get off her, Cadence.
Played wide.
Up, up. Go, go.
Eastern creating some opportunities, played down into the corner, cross into the box, and cleared. Kelly heads back in. Kelly.
Great turn.
Left behind, Raiders have looked a little more disorganized in the last 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, I think when their defense is finally able to make that clearance, they're not finding their offenders.
Move off of her!
McKean.
Next one, get it back though, get it back, Kay! Yes, Kay!
Still McKean. And it's a Raider free kick. It's a generous decision towards the Raiders. Under 27 minutes to play in the first half.
Win it! Mark up!
Vargas floats one in, headed away.
Hoover down line.
Vargas puts in a late tackle. She'll see a yellow. Maybe a frustration tackle put in by Frida Vargas.
Both of those coming in from Alaska. I'm sure that's a fun hometown rivalry today.
Player down for Eastern rises to her feet. You know, it is unfortunate Vargas receives the yellow. You know, you hope if you're a Raider fan that doesn't really change the way she plays. It does kind of take away her being able to, I would say, slide anymore. You don't want to take the risk. You don't want to give the referee any reason to give you a second yellow.
Yeah, I think with already a few late tackles this game, I don't know that it'll change her physicality, but I think just the decision to maybe hold off on a few of those. Great win by Vargas.
Headed away by Vargas right after receiving the yellow. Hayes goes in, trying to battle.
Make a play on the ball! Make a play on the ball!
And it's out of play. Raiders the more physical of the two sides.
I know, coming into this game, I expected that type of physicality from the Mountaineers, but I'm glad the Raiders are giving it right back.
Eastern Oregon free kick. 25:50 left in the first half. Headed back towards goal. Hernandez off her line. No need for her to do anything. Out of play for a goal kick. Played down the line. McKean heads back into the middle. It's a nice header by McKean. Betzler. McKean turns. Gives up possession to Kelly, who's thrown to the ground. Nothing given. Vargas turns. Vargas thrown to the ground.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that this game.
Things getting chippy. 24:50 to play in the first half. Bertani standing over the free kick. She'll play it quickly wide. Vargas turns, still with possession. Frida Vargas. Coleman trats back to win it, trying to turn the corner, comes right towards us. I'd say I trapped it pretty well. Put it back into play.
You should be out there, Kyle.
Played out. Eastern throw. Machine heads back.
Jump for her! Jump for her!
Eastern, a great possession sequence.
Played back again.
DeYoung will drive.
A nice play by DeYoung. Well done by Betzler to step in front to Machine.
Don't let it turn!
Machine gives it away. Wilson trying to head to Machine. It's picked off, going the other way. Kelly plays back.
Great touch by DeYoung. She'll drive.
Yeah, DeYoung's been fantastic all afternoon. DeYoung slides over.
Switch to Gustafson.
Eastern building an attack.
McMillan alone in the middle.
Coleman heads away. Great move into the penalty area. Left-footed cross across the face of goal. I almost thought Hernandez should have come off her line.
Snyder.
Wilson, Machine. Raiders on a break. Hayes.
Great turn by Hayes.
Hey, you gotta keep your feet moving more around the box.
Barker. 22 minutes, 4 seconds left in the half. Eastern, the more comfortable of the two sides. Raiders have shown some flashes. Kelly wins the header over Wilson. Free kick for the Raiders. Coleman. Coleman loses possession, played back. Well
Great
done
step.
by Wotipka. Steps in. DeYoung. Pass all the way down. Bertani will take possession with a heavy touch. Still Miller Bertani. And it's out of play for a Raider throw.
I will say it's nice to see a great Eastern presence for the long way from home.
Yeah, the away section is very full for the Mountaineers. Raiders, of course, having great support here as well, only about 12 miles north of where they play their home games at Raider Stadium. Barker boots. Vargas can't win it. Betzler plays back. Coleman gives away possession to Kelly in the middle. Kelly's been a force in that holding midfield role.
Great pressure by Brisset.
Flynn gives it away to Coleman. Betzler, Machine. Coleman. Vargas. Vargas plays back. This is Bertani.
And we're just missing that connection up top from the back line to the forward.
Yeah, the wingers, when Bertani has the ball, are moving towards Bertani. They should be moving down the pitch towards goal.
Yeah, she's got no outlet.
It's one of Bertani's strong suits is the over-the-top ball.
And the Mountaineers have been doing a great job of getting that connection from the back line through the middle and distributing it out wide.
Aaron, are you good? Hey, for Aaron.
Kelly will be forced off with a substitution. That's going to be a big loss to
We got
Eastern.
the first and second for Raiders. Coleman on the ball.
Down the line from Machine. trickles out of play.
Raiders getting a little bit frustrated.
Carter O'Shea steps on. Brissett steps off. Bateen's been replaced as well. It's Abby Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick. Cleared. Betzler. Bertani maybe going back to Hernandez here. That's what she does. Hernandez with a boot. O'Shea goes down after taking a hit to the face.
Vargas 3v1. Bertani.
Vargas now.
Hey, cover! Effectively press! Move people together! Together! Slider in front!
Hernandez.
Ready to go!
And it's out of play. Grace Schaefer steps on.
In the second half of this first half, it'll be interesting to see the depth of the two teams, you know, as these subs start coming in.
You still have your entry because that doesn't count for you.
Vargas battling. Coleman
Great effort.
heads on. Last touch by a Mountaineer as it's trickling out of play. It'll be an SOU throw. 16:15 to play. Coleman. Bertani. Wotipka. Bertani. Vargas turns. Still Vargas. Plays wide O'Shea. Wilson. Vargas. Still Vargas trying to turn in, taken away. And out of play for a goal kick.
You know, I think it was really apparent in that sequence. The Raiders have just got to settle the ball down if they're making the right movements and the right passes, but taking that extra touch is where the Mountaineers are capitalizing.
Another substitution, Britt Snyder checks off. Eviana Townsend, the freshman, will step on. Barker boots. Eastern on the attack. Looking dangerous, slotted through. Coleman clears.
Great speed tracking back by Coleman.
Eastern throw into the penalty area. Coleman taken down, Raiders free kick.
Hey, let's see for unlucky! Unlucky, let's go! We win it! Turn around! Turn around! Hey, turn it wide! Coming in now, left. Our ball!
Hernandez will take.
Hey, you get the second!
Right foot it, launches it into the air.
Great first touch by the Mountaineers. Second ball by the Mountaineers.
Vargas turns and plays back. That was a wise decision by her. Coleman
And
gives it away. Player hurt, having to step off. Schaefer steps off. Martinez will take her place. 13-10 left. These girls are warriors. Yeah,
You gotta love the effort
Yeah,
by
they're
Schaefer,
warriors.
coming in and out with just blood down the
blood
face.
everywhere.
But still wants to be out there.
Vargas gets the first touch but turns it over. Eastern, really no weaknesses in their game at this point. Here's DeYoung. Gets through Fitzpatrick. Coleman can't put in a tackle. Vargas stands her up.
You know, DeYoung with a great defensive effort. Also just as good in the other end.
shoulder!
Wilson turns it over.
Hey, little cleaner ball!
Betzler moves out of trouble. Coleman with a heavy touch turns it over. Wins it back. Wilson.
Hey, settle down!
Fitzpatrick. Back to Coleman.
Get under, get moving!
Played wide.
Go, Ash!
This is Pat. And it's out for an Eastern corner.
Land your ball, let's go!
I will say for how much the Mountaineers are getting in the offense, they're not getting the shot off.
I think it's a testament to Bertani, to Wotipka. It's the back line for the Raiders.
I agree.
You're the six.
Great job, PP!
You're playing great, but just hear me on the one thing. You missed the backside like 4 or 5 times already. And it's you turn you like
Corner taken left-footed.
First touch by Wotipka.
fix that.
And then Coleman.
Here's Coleman with the burst of speed, all alone. Hayes is to her right. And Coleman just gives it away after doing all the work to get down there.
Hey, we gotta work, keep working!
Great step by Wotipka.
Vargas with a nice move and plays back.
And the Raiders will reset.
Hey! Shoulder, shoulder! Left!
Hinojosa. Fitzpatrick turns over possession. DeYoung. Betzler working her way out of trouble, finds Vargas. Wide to Coleman.
Pass her on! Matt, cover!
Drop the free, drop.
Out of play.
Karina, when you start to drive, if they don't get into the gaps, bring it back this way because Ashley is getting down that side. For the big switch.
Get under her.
Betzler
Get up! Together!
wisely plays back. Bertani takes her space.
Now we hold the line. Follow her, Karina, follow her.
O'Shea.
Pocket clear, pass her on!
Still O'Shea. O'Shea left-footed cross headed away. Left-footed shot attempt by Vargas goes wide.
Chloe Flynn in the middle there. She's just an anchor for this Mountaineers team, heading out pretty much everything that's coming into the box.
Hey, we gotta pull Evie off if we're not going with her.
Coleman working through a double team. Loses possession. Free kick for the Mountaineers.
Let's go!
8:45 to play. SOU will be the happier of the sides going in tied at 0.
I will say I don't really think either side is having clear chances towards goal. Both are creating opportunities, but getting
Hayes
shut down.
with a chance, holds up play, turns and plays wide. It's a wise decision. Vargas plays down to O'Shea. O'Shea cross into the box. Fitzpatrick on the end of it, can't get there.
Great play by the Raiders, and just you wish you had 1 or 2 more runners in there to clean that up.
Eastern coach giving out instructions. Fitzpatrick playing the wing position, a position she hasn't played much this season.
Great ball in to Hayes.
Hayes flits on, but it's to a Mountaineer. Wilson. Fitzpatrick trying to cause problems at the back. She's unable to. Here's DeYoung, who's maybe been the Mountaineers' best player today. Over the head of Otipka, who plays back to Hernandez, who's able to boot.
Great clearance.
Evie, you can stay high, but run into the channels.
DeYoung. Nice turn. Well done by Hinojosa. 6.5 minutes to play.
Matt, cover! Matt, cover!
Clearance to Hayes, who brings it down.
Dropping.
Out for a Mountaineer throw.
Let's go! You got 6 minutes, come on!
Down the field. Hayes battling.
You know, I think it's become pretty apparent for the rest of the game. This is going to be who wants it more.
Yeah.
It's going to be an effort, and you're seeing, you know, who's winning those first and second balls and who is really driving. There's no real clear answer right now, but it'll be fun to see what happens.
Fitzpatrick brings it down. Hinojosa with a good tackle.
You got 5 minutes to man everything with everybody, come on. Pull her back.
Great effort by Otipka.
Get up. Ed. 1, 2, touch, let's go.
Played down. Well done by Hinojosa to step in. Vargas. Hayes. Wilson. Mountaineers with it, unsure of what to do. They'll just play back and reset. Bertani. Hinojosa. Back to Bertani. Hernandez. Betzler. Hernandez boots right to the other team. It's DeYoung off her thigh. It's going to be picked up by Betzler. Hayes. Under 4 minutes to play. Wotipka, Betzler, turns, still Sierra Betzler. Hayes tries to float it through for O'Shea. And Barker is off her line to collect.
I would love to see the Raider wingers just starting wider, you know, getting this play, opening it up for some more opportunities for the midfields to drive. I think it's just getting so compacted by both sides.
Down the line and out of play for an Eastern throw.
Let's go.
And out of play for a Raider throw.
Oof.
O'Shea.
Some contact to the head there, I think.
Big opportunity here for Eastern before the half. Under 2 minutes to play, right-footed, floated into the box, and headed away by the Raiders. Well done. DeYoung puts it back in, over the head of Betzler. Coleman lets it go, nothing given. Hernandez boots over the head of Vargas. O'Shea. Coleman. Cleared again. Vargas plays wide. Smart pass by Vargas. Things getting tense. Bertani plays wide again. Here's Fitzpatrick. DeYoung takes it, and I'd like to see Fitzpatrick go to that ball.
Yep, you can tell DeYoung wants that more in that moment.
Drop and turn, drop and turn. Ashley, drop.
McMillan driving.
Eastern with a chance. They have 15 seconds left in the half. That's out of play. Raiders are going to be slow to throw this one in and just get to the half, reset, regroup.
Yeah, with not as many subs, you know, I think they're just trying to stay in this for as long as they can.
We're going to go ahead and step aside. We'll be back for the second half. Zeros at the intermission.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're going to do is you're going to take the line.
Life is busy. juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So
call.
keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your
is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Let the journey be your destination in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
We're losing a lot of referees and umpires because of the abuse toward them.
We get way too many people who feel they can officiate much better from the stands.
Getting parents to realize that they need to engage their kids in sports in a positive way, and that's teaching them to have fun with the sport, and then the competitive side follows. And then with the referees, and maybe letting the referees ref and the coaches coach and the parents parent.
Know your role. Visit SouthernOregonSports.com to learn more.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings, the big expansions, and the celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there. The late nights, cold pizza, the glamorous travel, the juggling acts. We are in for all of it, all of us. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City, or Brian from Boise. He's great too, and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because your glory is our glory. If it's important to you, it's important to us. And all the cold pizza will be worth it, to get us farther than we ever thought we could go, to be better than any of us could ever be alone, proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Diverse venues, we got them.
Welcome back to the second half. Eastern Oregon, Southern Oregon knotted up at zeros. Eastern gets us restarted. Kelly. Down the line. Hernandez off her line, and she'll handle cleanly. Hernandez boots. Bertani has to clear. Headed by DeYoung. Good to see Thorndike back in the game. Hayes over to Coleman. Gribble takes it away.
Great play by Otipka.
Coleman plays wide. This is Versailles. Back to Coleman. And Coleman kicks out of bounds. They've switched sides at half. Raiders will be attacking right to left, Eastern left to right. Vargas heads Barker off her line to collect it, but it's outside the box, and she has to clear. Out of play.
Nothing called.
Yeah, nothing given as Bertani has to step up to it. She'll take some time. And it is going to be a free kick for Eastern. This is Gustafson. She'll hand it off to Flynn. Flynn standing over it.
Step into here, let Sid and Flynn deal with that.
Flynn boots. Over Coleman's head. Vargas clears. Coleman loses possession, puts a tackle in. Well done by Coleman. Betzler plays forward to Hayes, who turns. Brasset down the line. Being guarded by Gustafson. Brasset. Her pass into the box blocked in traffic. It comes out to Coleman.
McMillan, great effort.
Coleman still with it to Vargas. Wotika standing over it. Line drive cleared by Kelly. Betzler battling against McMillan. Down the line, intended for Gribble. Coleman takes her down. It's a free kick for Eastern. Trainer has to come on the field. We'll step aside.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff. The grand openings, the big expansions, and the celebrations, although those are pretty great. But for all the hard work it took to get there. The late nights, cold pizza, the glamorous travel, the juggling acts. We are in for all of it, all of us. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City, or Brian from Boise. He's great too. And thousands of other bankers around the country. Because your glory is our glory. If it's important to you, it's important to us. And all the cold pizza will be worth it to get us farther than we ever thought we could go, to be better than any of us could ever be alone, proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it.
What you're going to do is you're going to take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. so consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So
goal.
keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
Welcome back. A scary moment in the game there, Madison.
Yeah, that looked bad. I just hope she's okay.
Snyder's standing over the ball. Senior from Meridian, Idaho. She'll take this left-footed. Floats it in. It's a beautiful cross. Headed on towards goal. Hernandez is there.
Great effort by Flynn, though. I mean, way to get ahead on it.
Hey, we're done, let's go, let's go.
Looks like Kelly is hurt.
We're seeing a bit of a different starting lineup this half from Eastern, whereas Southern stayed the same. It would be interesting to see how those changes play out.
Can you do me a favor and set that table up down there? No.
So Erin Kelly's going to be looked at by a trainer. This would be a big loss for Eastern. She's been fantastic today in that defensive midfielder role.
Al may have to get hurt before he starts taking control of me. She's kicked her.
If he saw that, I'm not saying he was trying to call it. If you didn't see it, then you didn't see it.
I know, but it's
I
how
can't.
many now?
I understand what you're saying.
Let's have this now? Yes.
So Kelly's forced off with an injury. On steps Macy Reed.
I think the physicality from both sides is only going to amp up as this half goes. You know, it's all on the line right now, and there's no clear winner yet.
Hernandez boots. Thorndike. Plays down intended for Brisset. Can she get there? Yes.
That's off her. That's off her.
And out for a corner. So a big opportunity for the Raiders. Corner kick will be taken right-footed, floated into the box, headed away from goal. Once more headed away. Nice pair of clearances from the Mountaineers.
DeYoung going herself.
Look at this. Here goes DeYoung. Down the sideline, still DeYoung with the ball. Shot. Save, Hernandez. Wow. What a player DeYoung is.
Offensive and defensive, she's having a game today. She's fun to watch.
Hernandez boots. McKean floats forward, and it's cleared. Here comes Eastern the other way.
Snyder down the line.
Thorndike. Vargas tangled up.
Great battle in there.
Bertani. Botipka with an errant pass to Betzler. It's taken away by Brown. Crossed into the box, and Hernandez is there.
I think Hernandez being such a strong presence for the Raiders. If the Mountaineers have a chance, they're going to have to get ahead of her. She's going to clean up everything in the box, and I think their chances are going to come on the ground.
Hernandez boots. Hayes chasing, played back to the keeper, and Barker clears. Thorndike with some space. Plays long for Brisset, who's not going to be able to keep that in. (37-23). Left until full time as Bertani plays back.
Great pressure by McMillan.
Snyder unable to keep in. It's a Raider throw. They'll take it quickly to Vargas. Vargas works through a double team. Vargas plays down the line, intended for Brisset. Barker will get there first and clear. Over the head of Vargas.
Ooh, double down.
Hinojosa laid down. Botipka battling. And Botipka wins possession. And it's a free kick for the Raiders.
Solid effort by McMillan to win that for her team.
And a card coming out.
I don't know how much that's Botipka's fault or if that's making up for some
I
of
think
the
that's
calls in
making
this
up.
game.
Well, I don't think Botipka did much there to deserve a card.
Yeah.
Either way, it's an Eastern Oregon free kick on the edge of the area, dangerous area. Free kick taken into the area, headed on towards goal. It's in. It's Chloe Flynn with the goal. Raiders need to regroup and fast.
With such a strong center back presence, that goal for her as a senior too. Great performance by her today.
Keep the clean sheet.
Assisted by Brooke Snyder.
Let's go.
And now SOU has 36 minutes to battle for their lives. We get restarted. Vargas gets it taken away.
I think this half is going to go one of two ways. Eastern rides this high and gets another, or Raiders have to fight back to keep themselves in this.
Played wide to Coleman. Botipka plays wide.
Now get off, Phil. Get back up.
Be aware. Yes, that's it. Well done, Jocelyn.
Great flick on by McKean.
Played back by Flynn to Barker.
Win, gotta win.
Betzler.
No foul. Yes, kill.
Played down. Coleman clears.
Great effort by Hoover.
It's out for a throw. Substitutions for Eastern. It's Ashley Smith, the freshman from Garden Grove, California, Pacifica High School.
Everything out. Let's talk more. Let's talk. Keep the shutout.
Gracie Hoover steps off. Vargas clears.
Sizemore.
Nice move to get past Coleman. And Coleman clears for a corner. Corner for Eastern. They've scored off one set piece so far this afternoon. Corner taken into the side net.
You can't give up those kind of opportunities in a game this close.
Hernandez will boot as we near the half-hour mark left until full time. And it's a free kick for Eastern.
Frustrated Vargas. She's doing everything she can to keep her team in this game.
Flynn standing over the free kick. She'll take it. 6 Mountaineers in or around the penalty area. Floated into the box. And off the head of Ashley Smith. Substitutions being made. O'Shea steps on, McKean steps off.
Great effort by McKean this half.
So O'Shea will play that left wing role. Hernandez boots. Coleman turned around. Still Coleman. Last touch by a Mountaineer. Hayes hits out of bounds.
That's solid defending by Sizemore. Great turn by Hayes.
O'Shea.
Unlucky.
McMillan. Taken by Betzler. Coleman boots down. And if there had been a runner, it could have been interesting. Barker boots.
Thorndike first two.
Here's Vargas with a nice ball over to O'Shea. O'Shea crosses and cleared. Love to see the Raiders maybe try and set up some outside shots outside of the box. Barker hasn't been tested too much as Thorndike puts in a great tackle. Brisset down the line. DeYoung harassing her, and DeYoung will win it. Into the middle, Thorndike shakes off a tackler. Hayes skies one.
I'd love to see a shot there from Thorndike. She had the time and the space, and she has the foot to do it.
She does. Thorndike's hit from outside the box twice this season.
If we're pinned, give us the option long. We don't want to gamble there.
Under half hour to play. It'll be interesting to see as we get into the final 20-15 minutes how Coach Goodman, how Coach Rosenberg kind of operate their sides strategically, the substitutions they'll make.
Yeah, I think as the game goes on, if it stays this 1-0, we're going to see a very slowed down game by the Mountaineers.
Coleman tracking back.
Smith giving her a run.
Hernandez will boot for the free kick. Pass Vargas. Ooh. Thorndike tackle to the ground. Raiders take it quickly. Cleared to a Raider. Coleman tracking back. And Coleman clears.
Hey, if the ball comes out, you gotta go with it. You gotta go. Don't let it turn.
Nice job by Sizemore. Into the middle. Ball floating around. A shot goes wide.
That was Macy Reed. She wasn't a starter in the first half, but she's had a big presence in the second half.
Hernandez will boot with 27:15 left until full time. Time running out on the Raiders season. Bertani plays back to Hernandez. Back to Bertani. Nice tackle put in by Coleman, who loses her footing and goes down. Nice move by Sizemore. Botipka, Vargas. Brisset.
She's been quiet over there. I'd love to see her get the ball a little bit more.
Into the middle, this is Reed. Picked up by Hernandez. Raiders need to start amping up the energy. Mountaineers will try and slow this game down. Once we get to about the 10-minute mark, I think we can expect to see Eastern start to take their time with throw-ins, free kicks, substitutions.
Ooh.
And it's a foul on Vargas. So it's an Eastern free kick.
think the energy is a little bit frustrated from the coaches on both sides, from the refs. This next 25 minutes is going to be brutal.
Bertani gets ahead on it. Eastern's the next one there, and it's out of play. Bertani down the line, intended for Brisset. It gets to her. DeYoung takes possession off her. Smith to McMillan. It's picked off. Vargas takes control. Hayes back to Vargas. Back to Bertani. Wotipka. Brisset can't win possession.
Great take by Reed. Shot.
Reed shot into the side netting. Hernandez was diving to her left-hand side.
We're constantly finding Reed alone in the middle
Yep.
with opportunities.
Substitution, Fitzpatrick steps on for Brisset. Off steps Chloe Flynn. O'Shea lays off for Coleman, who plays it back down the line for O'Shea.
Great defending by Sizemore.
Betzler turns it over. McMillan.
Great step by Bertani.
Back to Coleman, whose pass was almost
That's a great
going to get
interception.
through.
A great read by Sizemore.
Get up, get up, get up!
Bertani.
Actually, be aware they're spreading this out. This is the outside back. Be aware. Get this way. Get this way. That's not yours. That's right.
Down the line for O'Shea.
Great touch.
Hold, hold, hold.
Wotipka.
I think Raiders are sometimes getting a little bit lost on what the next step is. Not a ton of off-the-ball movement.
Coleman. Betzler.
Great touch.
Good turn. And an errant pass by O'Shea. Another substitution made. On steps, Eviana Townsend, the freshman.
Hey, come across, Evie. Come across. That's fine. That's fine.
Bertani clears. Hayes. Back to Coleman. Betzler with an over-the-top ball. And I like to see the Raiders, you know, you said earlier, Madison, that Brisset wasn't getting the ball a lot over on that side. I actually think that's okay. Eastern has DeYoung over there as kind of an outside back. That might almost be part of the game plan to keep the ball away from her side.
Yeah, I think you're right, especially once she gets it, her big offensive efforts. I do think with the Mountaineers defense having such a big in-air presence, on the ground is where the Raiders are going to find more success.
Free kick for Eastern. We're down to 20 minutes, 20 seconds left until full time. Free kick floated in.
Great effort by Jackaway.
Another substitution being made. Cadence Wilson steps on for Cora Thorndike.
Great effort by Thorndike. That experience, that senior level, she really holds it down in the midfield and connected with Vargas.
Gustafson, the senior, steps on for Eastern. Long range shot blocked by Vargas. Raiders clear. Hayes battling, loses possession.
Great track by Isaac.
Here's Snyder down the far side for Eastern. Well done by DeYoung.
Relax, relax.
Eastern in the last 5 minutes have been just dominating possession. Vargas taken down, free kick for the Raiders. Bertani will take the free kick for the Raiders. Hayes flicks on. Flicked on once more. Hayes can't get there. Out to Coleman. Wilson able to save it. Out of play. Eastern throw. Eastern throw again, we'll redo it. 17:20 left until full time. Cadence Martinez steps on. Peyton Jockaway steps off.
Great performance by Jockaway today.
Stay ready, we're going to need the rotation. We need the rotation. On those especially right now, I understand what you're looking at. My looking is we're winning.
McKean can't quite get there. It comes out to Vargas. Raiders looking a little better in the last 2 minutes. Coleman cuts inside. Has a shot. It goes far. It touches Barker. And it's out for a corner. Big opportunity for the Raiders. Yet to be seen if maybe the Raiders throw everyone up.
Oh, yeah, throwing both center backs up.
Bertani and Wotipka in there. Corner taken, floated into the box, and behind the goal. A missed opportunity.
It's a bit disappointing.
Barker will take the free kick. Or excuse me, the goal kick. Now to 15 minutes, 50 seconds left.
Capri. Hey, any chance you get one-on-one? Duster. One-on-one. Go.
Mateen battling. Thrown forward by Isaac. Well done by Betzler to win back possession. They'll play back to Bertani. Over to Coleman. Great find from Coleman to find Betzler. Down to Mateen. To Vargas, who plays down the line, intended for Fitzpatrick, but DeYoung will be there.
And I would love to, again, just see those Raider wingers staying wide. That's where the opportunity is for them.
Vargas keeps it in.
Great long effort by Reed.
Wilson can't control.
And they've got McMillan on the wide.
There's McMillan. And Coleman pokes away.
Hey, well done.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. Lost video signal for just a second. We're back.
Thorndike and Jackaway coming back in.
Thank you, sir.
You're hearing it from the Eastern bench, this slow it down, take your
Yeah.
time. We're going to see it a lot in these next 13 minutes, you know, stretching out the throw-ins, and Raiders are going to have to take control of the game to not let that stop them.
Ball trickling out of play. Raider throw.
Couple little cadence. Megan, hey, just be aware. Just be aware. You're good there. Just be aware.
Betzler.
Relax. Just shift.
Coleman.
Stay with her. Stay with her.
Bertani takes her space. Vargas. Back to Coleman.
That's fine.
And out of play for an Eastern throw.
We don't have to win it all the time, all right? Evie, come across one.
One behind Carter.
Coleman boots forward. Mateen heads out of play.
You ready, Brooke? You ready?
Coleman heads back. Vargas clears. Headed back in by Gustafsson. Coleman is down. So Coleman will step off.
Looks like Brisset coming back in into that outside back roll.
A mess for it in the middle.
Great step by Otipka.
Well, Otipka trying to play through to O'Shea. Barker's there. Raiders have 11 and a half minutes to extend their season. Thorndike, her pass picked out. Raiders going the other way.
Martinez on the ball. Driving down line.
Martinez with a cross into the box. McMillan shot. Off the bar. Hernandez. And it's cleared. Could have been calls for a penalty there for Eastern.
Tensions are high here today.
Yeah, both teams fighting for the right to keep their season going. Clock continues to run. We're about to be down to 10 minutes left until full time. Headed away again. Betzler to McKean. Gustafsson with a nice tackle.
The Mountaineers just not letting them breathe on the ball.
Not at all. 9:25 left. Raiders are going to need a moment of magic from someone, an individual effort. Wotipka. Vargas. Turns, fires.
I'd hope Vargas can get some more opportunities on goal. You know, she's a points leader, an assist leader in the conference, and she just hasn't had those offensive opportunities.
DeYoung with a shot that goes over. Flynn getting ready to sub on. 8.5 minutes left for the Raiders. Eastern just the more physical team today. I think that's really what this 1-0 is going to come down to.
Raiders definitely putting in the effort, but just the clinical finishes and the winning.
Go wide, Sid, move up one.
Those first and second balls that we've been talking about all game.
Coleman steps back on. Fitzpatrick steps off. Coleman will move to right wing.
I think we're going to see a big offensive push by Coleman now in the front line.
Vargas turns. Hayes can't control.
DeYoung cleans it up.
This is Jackaway. Played wide to McMillan. Floated in. Hernandez is there.
Sit, drop, sit, drop. First and second.
7.5 minutes left. And out of play for an Eastern throw.
McMillan.
Under 7 minutes to play. Here's McMillan. Wotipka steps in front. Raiders clear.
Great flick by Hayes.
McKean battling. It's out for a Raider throw.
Jill, a little bit more.
It's got to be cleaner on both ends. It's getting You know, as to be expected in the last 6 minutes, it's getting dirty.
Thorndike battling. Down the line for Mateen. Cleared, but it comes out to Brisset. Cleared again for a Raider throw.
You got 6 minutes. Let's dig.
Great ball in.
Barker's there to clean it up. Hayes was running on to goal.
Do the work for us. I know you will. No risk in the middle field. If you have a chance to get to the corner, go to the corner. If you have a chance to place.
You know, right now with heavy legs, it's got to be who wants it more.
Botipka clears that one coming right to us.
Great effort by McMean.
Now 5 minutes. It'll be interesting to see if maybe a formation change in the final 5, 3 in the back, something like a 3-5-2. Played wide. Coleman there. DeYoung. Cleared.
Great touch. Betzler in the middle.
Thorndike gives away possession.
Betzler wins it back.
Bertani. Over the head of Coleman and out of play.
I think right now it's keeping it clean and keeping possession while also putting all efforts forward. You know, there's nothing you can lose at this point. I'd like to see a lot more shots from the Raiders from anywhere on the field at this point. That's a great touch.
An opportunity brewing.
Polar alone.
Polar right-footed shot right at Hernandez, who needs to quickly get up and get moving. Hernandez boots. Down the line for McKean.
We've got to settle the ball.
Get up.
Botipka there.
Well done by Botipka.
Great effort.
Down the line.
Jackaway.
And Jackaway's just taking it to the
Yep.
corner already.
As to be expected in the last 3 minutes of this game. You know, I will say these last 3 minutes on either side, if you're a senior, you're having a hard time wanting so badly to stay in it, and also trying to remember these may be your last 3 minutes of your career.
Go, girls, let's go.
Hernandez boots. Vargas. Betzler. A chance again. Jackaway.
Polar alone.
Yeah, they're going to the corner once more. Out of play for a Raider throw.
I gotta say, I understand it, but I hate it. You know, even as a viewer, you just want to watch the game, and taking it to the corner just is rough to watch.
I'll say I like it. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you know, you're leading. You're playing for a spot in the next round. You're going to do
I get it.
every little thing you can to move on. I respect it.
100%.
Coleman tangled up, nothing given. Clock down to 2:15. Raiders will have maybe one more, maybe two more opportunities. Vargas falls to the floor, nothing given.
DeYoung, just a strong effort. Great game by DeYoung today.
Bertani. Back to Hernandez. A minute 50 remaining. Out of play.
And that's all Eastern needs to do today is get it out.
Be aware of this girl out here.
Coleman taken by DeYoung, who's been just amazing today. Betzler. I'd like to see the Raiders switch it to the side DeYoung's not on. She's been so amazing. Vargas.
I also want to touch on the game Betzler is having. As just a freshman, she is calm, cool, and collected
She
here.
is. Brisset. And Barker dives. Nothing given. I thought for a second the referee was going to point to the spot. That would have been some dramatic ending.
That's a great play by Barker and great effort by McKean.
Minute left.
Win it now.
Barker boots.
Get up!
Botipka turns. Plays back. Raiders need to throw everything forward.
I'd like to see their back line closing this space.
Raiders will have 30 seconds left in their season. Vargas out of play. And if I'm Eastern, I would take a yellow before I threw this in.
Everything out!
Yeah, great performance by the Mountaineers today. I think they wanted it more today, and it's unfortunate to see the Raiders end their season today.
That'll do it. Your final score, Eastern 1, SOU 0. Congratulations to Eastern Oregon. They'll be moving on to the semifinals. That will be played here on Tuesday. That'll do it for us. Madison, thank you for joining me on the broadcast today. It was fun.
Thank you for having me. It was great.
We're going to go ahead and sign off. SOU men's game coming up at 4 o'clock.